hope, being hopeful is not a strategy. And the same thing applies with our education system, and this is specifically for people who have done degrees and diplomas and certificates. And just remaining hopeful that something will come with because you've done a degree, it's not a strategy. So we need to hold this discussion about our degrees, our diplomas, our certificate, and the kind of education system we have mostly in Africa. And because these are lengthy discussion which we can hold up until the cows come home, I'll try to make it a little bit shorter, and from there we'll be picking each and every degree and discussing the opportunities which each degree has, because I've realized that there are degrees which have very limited opportunities and others have some opportunity, especially in Africa. I know in other countries, Western countries, whichever kind of degree you pursue, there are opportunities for that. But for Africa, for our African markets, you'll find that some degrees, some universities are offering degrees which are very useless. And most of you will agree with me, because you took degrees, those certificates are just still at home, you've never used them, and maybe now you are edging towards my age, whereby you now start, you don't look for a job anymore, you just need something to do with your life. So the first degree I wanted to start with is a degree in which is called Actuarial Science. It's a very hard degree for you to finish, because actually it takes the creme de la creme of the students who score A's and A minus in the, and that is the creme de la creme of the for the high school. I wanted to see KCSE, but I realized that these videos are watched by people from other countries. They might not know what is KCSE. Otherwise, it is Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education. But I know for each and every African countries, they have their own post-high school exam, whereby you grade the students and you might give them either an A, a B, or a C. But if you can relate with what is happening in our country, these students end up being frustrated because they're not able to find jobs. And having someone who scored an A, then they cannot find jobs, and that is after studying for 4 years, is quite demoralizing and frustrating. And as a parent, still pushing these children to go back and do either a master's or postgraduate certificate without them seeing the results, tangible results for their degree, is quite demoralizing. So that is why I came with a very lengthy discussion, and I'll be holding this discussion here from time to time, discussing the different types of degree, the ones you don't need, you can take, and the ones you should not take completely, because as much as many people might not agree with this, there are so many comments posted in my TikTok channel showing how people pursued, and I'll try to post them here. So talking about how someone did a degree, they were not able to get a job for 10 years, they ended up starting other side hustles, and right now they are about even to ban the degree because it has never helped them. Same case applies to people like me. We did degrees, diplomas, and at the end of the day, you find that in terms of job conversion of the degree into a job or something, it's not easy. But I'm not disputing the fact that the degree might give you some knowledge which you can use in the real world to navigate the world. Anyway, let me say that. But now there's this group of people who are in my social media, and they're just giving us isolated cases of how someone became successful with that degree. Yes, I'm not refuting that, but the big majority, and that is let me say like 90% of the students who finish with these degrees, they end up just languishing in poverty. And sad, some of them sink into depression because now you are so hopeful that you'll land a job after finishing, and now the situation becomes bad. Anyway, we also need to teach our young people that long time ago, for people who did history like me, we started with the agrarian revolution, which is an economic period whereby agriculture was the main thing in Mesopotamia, and that was a very long time ago. Then we came to the industrial revolution, whereby big industrial companies, big industries, big car manufacturing industries, big oil companies, Kobil, Mobil, Esso, the likes of Ford, the likes of name them, all these Chevrolet, they were the creme de la creme of those times. But now that had its own time, and the industrial revolution is gone. And now from the early 90s, we started the late 80s to the early 90s, we started what we call the digital revolution, whereby anyone with a digital product now became the rich man. Those are people like Bill Gates, those are people like Mark Zuckerberg, people like the early adopters of social media and digital stuff. They were the ones now who were the new kid in the block. And then those are now being phased out. We are in the same digital revolution, digital period, but now there is now the new kids in the block who came with other products like TikTok. Others came with blockchain. Others came with different products, artificial intelligence, otherwise which is called AI. There is now robotics, which is a different field. Now, where we should be channeling our young people is doing get into such careers like blockchain, artificial intelligence, robotics, 3D printing, coding, software engineering, and a vast majority of the medical field courses, because those are things which are not going to run out of market. I have another degree which I always want to talk about, which is nutrition. Nutrition and dietetics in Kenya is not paying back, because actually education should be something which pays back, because you're investing your money. And if it does not pay back in terms of maybe a job, giving you something which is tangible to do, I classify that degree as some shitty degree. And I do not apologize for saying that, because I have experiences of people who went ahead and did this degree, and some of them are my friends, some of them are my relatives, but they were not able to land a job for 10 years. 10 years, you are not able to land a job, so they end up doing being underemployed in other sectors, but out of frustration, not out of lack of wanting. And there's a big list of degrees which we need to start talking about, discuss them, and bring them to light, and prevent our young people from doing such kind of degrees. So those are just but a few of the degrees I wanted to talk about. I'll be doing a longer series about degrees, careers, which as a person you should not allow your young person to start doing. Otherwise, what you need to do is just follow me in this channel, click the notification bell so that it is turned blue, so that whenever I post a video, it gets you get it